July 23, 2025, 1400 hours local time. Eastern Mediterranean Sea, 42 nautical miles northwest of Latakia, Syria. The USS Porter cuts through choppy waters at 18 knots, her Aegis radar sweeping the horizon. Commander Sarah Mitchell stands on the bridge, studying intelligence reports from Damascus. Syrian government forces have been repositioning S-300 batteries along the coast for 3 weeks. The destroyer's mission: freedom of navigation patrol in international waters. 24 sailors man the Combat Information Center below deck. Petty Officer Rodriguez monitors the SPY-1 radar display, watching green blips dance across the screen. The air is thick with tension following yesterday's diplomatic breakdown in Geneva. Syrian President Assad has declared a 50-mile exclusion zone around all coastal military installations. The Pentagon rejected this unilateral declaration as a violation of maritime law. At 1407 minutes, the first warning appears. Rodriguez's screen shows a new signature emanating from the Syrian coastline. The distinctive pulse pattern of a 96L6E radar illuminates the USS Porter. Contact bearing 045, range approximately 68 miles. Rodriguez reports. Commander Mitchell rushes to the CIC, her boots echoing against metal deck plates. The Syrian S-300 favorite system has achieved initial target acquisition. Syrian radar operator Captain Mahmoud al-Rashid confirms the American destroyer's position. His fingers hover over the engagement console at Khmeimim Air Base. The 48 North 6 East 3 illumination radar begins its deadly dance. Range: 67.4 miles and closing. Speed: 18 knots on heading 270 degrees. Sir, we're being painted by hostile fire control radar, Rodriguez announces. The CIC erupts into controlled chaos as sailors rush to battle stations. Commander Mitchell's heart pounds as she weighs her options. Rules of engagement permit defensive measures against imminent threats. The Syrian battery commander receives authorization from Damascus. 648 North 6 East 2 missiles stand ready in their vertical launch tubes. Each missile weighs 1,850 pounds. Maximum engagement range: 150 miles. The American destroyer is well within the kill zone. 1412 minutes, Syrian radar locks onto the USS Porter. The distinctive high PRF illumination causes every warning system aboard to scream. Klaxons wail throughout the ship as general quarters sounds. All hands, man your battle stations," echoes through the corridors. Syrian missile battery Alpha 77 reports full target lock. Captain al-Rashid requests final firing authorization from Syrian Naval Command. The response crackles through encrypted radio. Weapons tight. Await orders. Commander Mitchell orders evasive maneuvers as the destroyer lurches hard to starboard. Sea spray crashes over the bow as the ship turns at maximum rudder angle. Speed increases to 26 knots, engines straining against Mediterranean swells. The USS Porter's AN/SPY-1 radar detects the Syrian missile preparation. 6 heat signatures appear on thermal imaging from the coastal battery position. Multiple missile systems hot, bearing 045, the weapons officer reports. Commander Mitchell grabs the secure satellite phone to contact 6th Fleet headquarters. Syrian coastal defense crews complete their pre-flight checks. The 48 N6E2 missiles guidance systems synchronize with the tracking radar. Each missile carries a 195-pound high-explosive warhead. Time to target at current intercept course: 4 minutes and 30 seconds. The destroyer's close-in weapons system begins its automated scanning sequence. 2 Mark 15 Phalanx CIWS guns rotate menacingly on their mounts. Aboard the Syrian battery, Captain al-Rashid watches his screen intently. Green crosshairs center perfectly on the American destroyer's radar signature. His crew of 12 operators monitors system status indicators. All lights show green, power nominal, guidance active, missiles armed. The USS Porter launches 2 Mark 54 torpedoes in a defensive spread. These dummy warheads serve as decoys to confuse incoming missile guidance systems. Commander Mitchell orders the activation of electronic countermeasures. The SLQ-32 system begins broadcasting jamming frequencies across multiple bands. Syrian radar operators notice slight degradation in their target lock strength. Captain al-Rashid compensates by increasing transmitter power to maximum. 1417 minutes, Damascus authorizes defensive engagement. Battery Alpha 77, you are cleared to engage hostile target. Captain al-Rashid's hand moves to the firing control switch. 6 Syrian missiles await the final command sequence. The USS Porter's crew feels the ship shudder as engines reach flank speed. 31 knots through heavy seas, maximum sustainable velocity. White-knuckled sailors grip handholds as the destroyer crashes through 8-foot swells. Commander Mitchell studies her tactical display, calculating intercept probabilities. The Syrian missiles can reach their target in under 3 minutes from launch. Her ship's defensive systems need at least 90 seconds to engage incoming threats. Syrian missile battery personnel report all systems ready for immediate launch. Captain Al-Rashid receives final targeting data from the coastal surveillance network. The USS Porter appears as a bright green triangle on his command screen. Range: 58.7 miles and closing rapidly. American radar operators detect increased Syrian radio traffic on military frequencies. 6 distinct missile signatures show hot status on infrared surveillance equipment. The destroyer's Mark 41 vertical launch system prepares defensive interceptors. 2 RIM 174 standard missiles armed for surface-to-air engagement. Commander Mitchell authorizes the loading of anti-radiation warheads. These specialized munitions can home in on the Syrian radar emissions. The tension in both command centers reaches breaking point. Syrian operators sweat profusely despite air conditioning in their bunker facility. American sailors exchange nervous glances as warning indicators multiply. The USS Porter's electronic warfare suite detects missile guidance radar activation. 6 separate targeting beams now illuminate the American destroyer simultaneously. Captain Al-Rashid's finger tightens on the launch authorization switch. His orders are clear: fire only if the American vessel enters Syrian territorial waters. The destroyer maintains course at 47 miles from the Syrian coast. International maritime law clearly establishes 12-mile territorial limits. Commander Mitchell knows she has legal right to remain in current position. 1421 minutes. Syrian missiles reach full readiness. Launch tubes elevate to optimal firing angle for maximum range engagement. The USS Porter's Aegis system calculates defensive firing solutions automatically. 2 standard missiles stand ready in vertical launch cells 7 and 8. Syrian radar operators report clear target lock maintained despite American jamming. Captain Al-Rashid receives urgent communications from higher command levels. Russian naval advisors at Tartus recommend extreme caution with American forces. The USS Porter's communications officer establishes direct contact with Syrian command. Syrian battery. This is United States Navy destroyer in international waters. The radio crackles with tension as both sides await response. Syrian Coastal Command refuses to acknowledge American radio communications. Captain Al-Rashid maintains weapons lock while awaiting further instructions. The USS Porter continues evasive maneuvers, zigzagging through the Mediterranean. Each course change forces Syrian radar to reacquire targeting parameters. Commander Mitchell orders preparation of offensive strike capabilities. 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles armed for potential counter-battery fire. Each warhead carries 1,000 pounds of high explosives. Flight time to Syrian coastal battery: approximately 6 minutes. Syrian infrared sensors detect heat signatures from American missile preparation. Both sides now stand at the precipice of active military engagement. Russian naval forces monitoring station at Tartus detects the escalating situation. Admiral Volkov immediately contacts both Syrian and American commanders. The destroyer's sonar operator reports submarine signatures approaching from the east. 2 Kilo-class diesel submarines emerge on acoustic sensors at maximum detection range. Syrian missile battery receives reinforcement from inland S-400 systems. Additional radar signatures appear on American electronic intelligence gathering equipment. The tactical situation grows exponentially more complex within minutes. Commander Mitchell requests immediate air support from the USS Gerald R. Ford. 4 FA-18. Super Hornets scramble from flight deck 200 miles northeast. Estimated time of arrival: 18 minutes at maximum military power. Syrian Air Defense Network activates additional radar systems across Latakia province. The USS Porter now faces illumination from 7 separate tracking radars. Captain Al-Rashid reports multiple American aircraft approaching Syrian airspace. Damascus authorizes activation of long-range S-400 missile systems. The destroyer's electronic warfare officer detects new threat signatures. These advanced Russian-built systems possess engagement ranges exceeding 200 miles. Commander Mitchell realizes her ship faces potential destruction from multiple vectors. Syrian coastal artillery positions begin targeting solutions for direct fire support. Heavy 130mm guns traverse toward maritime targets. The Mediterranean Sea becomes a potential battlefield within minutes. 1428 minutes. Syrian command issues final warning. American destroyer, you will alter course away from Syrian territorial waters immediately. Commander Mitchell responds with determination despite overwhelming odds against her vessel. Syrian command, USS Porter, operates in international waters under maritime law. The Syrian S-300 battery maintains continuous target lock throughout the exchange. Captain Al-Rashid's crew monitors American destroyer movements with growing anxiety. 6 missiles remain armed and ready for immediate launch upon command authorization. The USS Porter's crew prepares for potential incoming missile engagement. Damage control teams position themselves throughout the ship's compartments. Medical personnel ready casualty treatment areas in anticipated combat operations. Syrian coastal observation posts report American destroyer maintaining hostile course. Multiple intelligence sources confirm additional U.S. Navy vessels approaching the area. The USS Porter appears isolated, but represents advanced American naval technology. Her Aegis combat system can engage multiple targets simultaneously with deadly precision. Captain Al-Rashid receives updated targeting data from satellite reconnaissance platforms. The American destroyer's exact position, speed, and heading appear on his screen. Syrian missile guidance computers calculate optimal intercept trajectories automatically. Commander Mitchell studies intelligence reports regarding Syrian defensive capabilities. The S-300 system represents formidable opposition to any single naval vessel. Both commanders understand the gravity of their current tactical situation. Russian military advisors recommend immediate de-escalation through diplomatic channels. The Syrian battery commander faces pressure from multiple command levels simultaneously. Damascus wants strong defensive posture without provoking larger American military response. The USS Porter maintains course at maximum sustainable speed through heavy seas. Spray crashes over the bridge as the destroyer fights Mediterranean weather conditions. Syrian radar operators report American electronic countermeasures increasing in intensity. The targeting lock flickers momentarily before regaining full strength. Captain Al-Rashid orders backup guidance systems to maintain continuous target illumination. American satellites detect Syrian missile battery power signatures from orbital platforms. The Pentagon receives real-time intelligence updates regarding Mediterranean developments. 1433 minutes. Damascus authorizes warning shot. Syrian coastal artillery fires single round 200 meters ahead of USS Porter. The 130mm shell explodes in towering waterspout. Commander Mitchell orders emergency turn to port as shrapnel rains down. The destroyer's hull shudders from nearby explosion shockwaves. Syrian missile battery maintains target lock throughout artillery demonstration. Captain Al-Rashid prepares for potential escalation, following warning shot. The USS Porter's crew braces for combat as tensions reach critical levels. American rules of engagement permit defensive fire against hostile artillery positions. Commander Mitchell weighs options while maintaining course in international waters. Syrian air defense radar detects American aircraft approaching at low altitude. 4 FA-18. Super Hornets maintain radio silence during approach vector. The USS Porter serves as forward air controller for incoming strike aircraft. Syrian S-400 systems begin tracking multiple airborne targets simultaneously. Captain Al-Rashid reports American air threat to Damascus command structure. The missile battery receives orders to engage any aircraft entering Syrian airspace. Mediterranean airspace becomes contested zone between opposing military forces. The USS Porter's radar warning receivers detect multiple Syrian targeting systems. 7 separate missile batteries now track the American destroyer continuously. The tactical situation deteriorates rapidly as both sides prepare for combat. 1437 minutes. Syrian missiles achieve final targeting solution. 648 North 6 East 2 weapons stand ready for immediate launch sequence. The USS Porter's defensive systems detect missile preparation signatures automatically. Commander Mitchell authorizes preemptive strike against Syrian coastal battery. 2 Tomahawk cruise missiles launch from vertical cells amid clouds of smoke. Syrian radar operators watch American missiles appear on their screens. Captain Al-Rashid receives authorization for immediate defensive engagement. The Mediterranean erupts in violence as decades of tension explode simultaneously. Syrian S-300 missiles streak toward American destroyer at Mach 6. The USS Porter's close-in weapons system begins engaging incoming threats. Both sides face the consequences of escalation beyond diplomatic resolution. The Eastern Mediterranean becomes flashpoint for potential regional conflict. American and Syrian forces engage in first direct military confrontation since 2014. Russian naval forces maintain neutrality while monitoring engagement results. The international community watches anxiously as regional powers clash. Strategic implications extend far beyond single naval engagement between traditional adversaries.